In last two sessions, we have discussed some preliminary basic concepts related to the push-down automata, like its definition, its nature, its acceptance criteria, etc. So now we have come to the design of push-down automata. So we will try to design the push-down automata corresponding to a given language. Before it, we have the experience of designing finite automatons. Okay. Likewise, finite automatons, there is no specific rule for or method exists for designing of PDA. So there is no specific rule, no specific method for designing PDA. There may be certain guidelines so that you can easily design. And again, those guidelines will help you in most of the cases, but those guidelines are not like the rules that these will be correct or applicable to each and every case. But in most of the cases, these guidelines may help. So one by one, we will be discussing these guidelines which are available or which we may follow for design of push-down automatons. First of all, we will discuss the type of operations which can be performed by our transition function delta. If we carefully look at the transition function delta, we can divide our moves, our transitions in three operations: push, maintain, and pop. Okay. In push also we are having the variety. So let us first discuss the simple push operation. So simple push operation, we will be having the transition function in the form delta QAZ is equal to Q dash y1, y2, y3 and so on up till yk z. If you carefully look at this particular form, so here from Q we have changed to the state Q dash. So Q dash may be the same state as Q or it may be a changed state as per the transition function. The symbol, input symbol A will get consumed and Z is the topmost push down stored symbol. So now if you look at this string which we are pushing over the push down store, the last symbol of this string is the Z, which is already the topmost push down store symbol. In making this transition, we will be deleting the topmost push down store symbol. But now we are writing, when we are pushing our string alpha, so we are pushing that Z also, and that Z is pushed before all other symbols in our string. Okay, so means Z will come on its original position as it was. Okay, so the status will be maintained and then something extra will also be pushed over it. So this is called simple push operation, means we are not deleting, actually in effect we are not deleting anything from the push down store, rather we are adding certain more symbols to the push down store. So that's why it is called a push operation. We are increasing the length of a string which is stored over our push down store. Now come on the second one. It is this operation we call as the push change. This is also a push operation, but we will call it as push change because it has the form delta QAZ, the similar one, is equal to Q dash y1, y2, y3 and so on up till yk. Means last symbol of the string which we are writing over the push down store is not Z. So because Z is the topmost symbol and in making this transition, we will be deleting, we will be popping this Z. So this Z will be removed from the push down store and something else will be pushed. So if the length of K is equal to 1, so length of the string over the push down store will be same, but now the string will be changed because this Z is removed and in place of that Z something else has come. And if the length of this K or the value of this K is greater than 1, then certainly we will increase the length of the string stored over the push down, our push down store, but string will not be the similar one because Z has been removed from the previously stored string and something else we have pushed. So that's why we are calling it as push change operation. So both are the push operations, but we can differentiate between these two as push and push change. Normally we will be using in our designing this push operation. Push change will be used rarely. Now come on the third one, that is the push maintain. This push maintain is having the form delta QAZ. is equal to q dash z. Means the string which we are writing over the push down store is having the length 1 only, and it is the same symbol as we were having at the top of the push down store. So in making this transition, we will be removing the topmost symbol of the push down store. That's why that means we will be removing this z, but we are again writing this z. So status of the push down store will be maintained. So nothing, in effect, nothing will be deleted and nothing will be added to the push down store. But because we are writing something over the PDS, so that's why it is a push operation. So that's why we will call it as push maintain, because it will not change the status of the push down store. The string stored over the push down store will remain the same. So all three operations are push operation. This is simple push. We are maintaining the status as well as we are adding something extra. This is push change. We are not maintaining the topmost push down store symbol, but we are adding something extra. This is push maintain. We are not adding something extra, but we are maintaining the topmost push down store symbol. So these three push operations are there. So this is also used many times. Now the last operation is the pop operation, or we call it as erase operation. It has the form delta q a z is equal to q dash null. When we write null over the PDS, it simply means that we are not writing anything over the PDS. When we are not writing anything over the PDS and making this transition, we have removed the topmost push down store symbol. So in effect, basically what we are doing, we are removing the topmost symbol from the push down store. So what we are doing, we are decreasing the length of the string stored over the PDS, because we are deleting, we are removing, or we are popping, you can say, the topmost push down stored symbol. So in making the transition, this z will be removed and we are not writing anything. Null means we are not writing anything. So in effect, the symbol z, which is the topmost push down stored symbol, will be removed. So such a move is called pop move or pop operation or the erase operation. Okay, and all other these three push operations are non-erasing operations or non-erasing moves. So these are basic kinds of operation which our transition function delta can perform. Now on the basis of these operations, now one question is this q dash. We are having a state q here. Now we are moving to the state q dash. Now this q dash may be the same state, or it may be a different state which may come from capital Q. Okay. So whether in what situations we should change this state, in what situations we should not change this state. So it can be governed by this guideline that change the state when operation is changed. Means suppose we are in the state Q, we are performing a push operation. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So up till when we keep on performing the push operation, we will not change the state. But whenever suppose we are performing push operation, the previous operation performed is the push operation, and next time suppose we are changing the operation, we are performing a pop operation, then we will change the state. So whenever operation will change, we will change the state. If our operation is not changing, we will not change the state. We will not change the state. But again, as I have said, that this is only a guideline. It is not necessary that this will be followed in each and every PDA. But in most of the PDA, this guideline will help us. In some specific PDA, we will be discussing when we will be taking specific examples, that there are certain examples where we will not follow these guidelines. But in most of the 90% of the cases, we will follow this guideline. Whenever operation is changed, we will change our state. While designing the transitions for PDA, we are required only to design the necessary transitions. If we see the case of NFA and DFA, in case of DFA, we were to write transition for each and every situation. But it was not the case for NFA. In case of NFA, we were to write only the necessary transitions. So like the NFA, in PDAs also, we have to write only the necessary transitions. If you remember the definition of PDA, There also we have defined that we need not to write the transitions for each and every situation. So there may be situations for which we are not writing the transitions, and the situations for which we are not writing the transitions, the transition corresponding to that is assumed as phi. And if it is phi, if we reach to such a situation, in such a case, our machine will halt. So we are required only to design the necessary transitions. Now we will how we will decide which transitions are necessary and which transitions we may leave. For this, we have to design a strategy. So design of a PDA will be like designing a program. So we have to see the successful scenarios, what functionality we want. So what we will take a word from the language for which we want to design the PDA. We will take a word of sufficient length from that particular language, and we will try to process that word over the PDA, and corresponding to each symbol we are processing, we will be adding a transition corresponding to it. So in this manner, we will be designing, or we will be writing only the necessary transitions. So while designing the transitions, we will be designing transitions only corresponding to the processing of a successful word of sufficient length taken from the language for which we are designing the PDA. So suppose as we are designing a PDA for the language L is equal to a to the power n, b to the power n, or n greater than equal to 1. Suppose I take a word from this particular language like triple A, triple B. So this will be a word in this particular language. So I will take this word and I will start processing this word starting from left to right by taking one symbol each time, and we'll see what situation from the starting situation we may reach, and accordingly we will design the transitions. Now we'll take the same example to demonstrate the process we have discussed. Now I have given you these guidelines, so you just remember these guidelines, and if you follow these guidelines correctly, in most of the cases you will automatically get your design correct. Okay, so this is now we'll discuss the process with the help of one example. Now come to the example. L is equal to a to the power n, b to the power n, n greater than equal to 1. We have already seen a PDA corresponding to this language in our previous lectures, but at that time we have not shown how we have designed it. Now we will see how we have designed this PDA as per our guidelines. For designing the PDA corresponding to the given language, we have to first take a word of sufficient length from this particular language. For example, I have taken triple A, triple B. Now during the discussion, we will come to know why I have taken this word, why I have not taken single A, single B, because that will be the minimum length word from this particular language or the other words. Okay. Whenever we take a word to be processed, we have to first decide the strategy how that word will be processed. Now the property of this language is that we should have equal number of A's and equal number of B's, and all A's will come before any B can come. Okay, so these are the properties of this particular language. So how do we match the number of A's with number of B's? One strategy can be that whenever we are getting an A, we can push these A's over the push down store. So all the A's which we are getting from the input string will be pushed over the push down store. When we start receiving B's in the input, then corresponding to each B, we can pop one A from the push down store. So if the number of A's and number of B's are equal, so when our string will finish, all A's from the push down store will be popped up. So initially, because we'll start our push down store with the Z0, so ultimately if number of A's and number of B's are equal, ultimately on the push down store we will find only the Z0. So if we reach to such a situation, then we can declare that we are successful. So in this manner we can process our string. Now let us start writing the transition function corresponding to this kind of processing. Okay. So first of all, you will start with delta Q0 Z0 and in between we have to write the input string. Okay, so what I should write here? Here I can write A and B both. But as I have told you, our guideline is we have to write transitions only for the only corresponding to the processing of the successful word over the language. So that is triple A, triple B. So in our string we are getting first letter as A, so that's why we will write A here. Okay, we will not mention B because that is not the part of the successful scenario, and we are not required to write the transition for all situations. So we will never write a transition corresponding to Q0, B, Z0. It is not required. As per the successful scenario, only the transition Q0, A, Z0 is required because A is coming in our successful string. Okay, so now what action I should take in this situation? So initially I am in the state Q0. At the top of the pushdown store, there is the initial pushdown store symbol, that is Z0, and from the input I am getting an A. So I am here. So what I should do it for it? As per our strategy, I should push this A over the pushdown store. Okay, so I have to push. It is my first operation, so I will not change the state. I will keep my state as Q0, and as I have to push this A over it, so I will write AZ0 here. Just look, it is a simple push. Simple push means we are not changing the current status of the pushdown store. We are keeping that status as it is, and additionally we have to push this input A here. So that's why I have written AZ0, because in taking this transition, my Z0, which is the topmost pushdown store symbol, will get erased, and I have to keep that symbol as well. So that's why, and additionally I have to push this A. So that's why I have written here AZ0. So this will be the transition. So we have successfully written our first transition. Now after taking this first transition, what will be the situation? Situation will be something like this: delta. We have not changed the state, so our state will be Q0 only. Okay. Now in the input we are again getting an A. We are again getting an A. And on the top of the pushdown store, previously it was Z0, but now because we have pushed AZ0, so Z0 will be at its place, and over it one A has been pushed. So now on the top of the pushdown store, there is a symbol present, that is A. So now top of the pushdown store is A. So this is the situation. Q0 AA. Q0 is our current state. On the top of pushdown stores, we are having the symbol A, and in the input we are getting an A. So this is the situation. Now again I am getting an A. What I should do with this A? For all A's I have to push. For all A's I have to push as per my strategy. So that's why I will also push this A. I will also push this A. So if I have to push, now whether I should change the state or not? No, I don't have to change the state, because previously also I was performing the push operation, and now also I am performing the push operation, because my operation has not changed. So I will not change the state. Okay, so Q0 will be the state. Now what I should write here? I should write here A. Why I have written this double A? This first A is corresponding to the topmost symbol, which is A, and this second A is the additional A which I want to push. So now on the top of the pushdown store, the status of the pushdown store now will be Z0, A, and A, something like this. Okay. Now again, I will be in the state Q0. In the input, I will be getting another symbol A. So Q0 A. Now what will be on the top of the pushdown store? So now top of the pushdown store is A. So again, this is a situation corresponding to Q0 A and A. So Q0 A, corresponding to it, I have already written this transition. So I need not to write a separate transition for it. Okay. So if you carefully look at these transition, what this first transition is doing? This first transition is pushing the first A over the pushdown store. And this second transition is pushing second and subsequent A's which will be coming to the pushdown store. So when this third A come, I will again take this transition. So I will remain in the state Q0 and I will push this third A as well. So I will push this third A, means double A I will be writing. So first A will maintain its top and then second A will be pushed. So now this will be the status of the push down store. So in this manner, I have pushed all the A's. Now, in the second situation, I will get a B from the input. I am in the which state? I am in the state Q0. So I will write delta Q0. From the input, I am getting now B. On the top of the push down store, what is present? The A is present. Okay, so A is present there. Okay, so Q0BA, this is the situation for which I have to write the transition. What I should do in this situation, as per my strategy, corresponding to each B, I have to pop one A from there. And what is the method to pop one A? I will simply write Q1 null. Now you can observe two things I have done here. Number one, I have changed the state. Why I have changed the state? Because up till now I was performing the push operation. But now I have started performing the pop operation. Because corresponding to this B, I have to pop the topmost A. So I have to perform the pop operation. That's why I have changed the state to Q1. Okay, so from Q0 I have moved to Q1. And then for popping, what I should do? I should simply write null. So when I am writing null, what in effect I am doing? I am erasing the topmost symbol, because in taking this transition, topmost symbol A will get erased. Okay, if I write A here, then I will maintain the status. If I write suppose A, then I will push another A. If I write null, then simply the topmost A will get erased. So now this topmost A will get erased and top of the push down store will come one position down. Is it? So this will be the situation. So I have erased the topmost A. So previously I was having 3 A's over the push down store, but now I have only 2 A's over the push down store. Now again, I come to the next input symbol, that is again B. Okay, so now I am in the state Q1. I am not in the state Q0. In the Q0 state, I will be finding first B. Now subsequent B's I will be finding in Q1 state, because I have changed the state. So Q1, in the input I will be getting a B. On the top of the push down store, what I am having? I am having an A. So I will write A. So this is the situation delta Q1 BA. What I should do in this situation? Because I am getting a B in my input, so corresponding A from the push down store I should pop. So again I have to perform the pop operation. Okay. So I will be writing here Q1 null again. Now here you can observe that I have not changed the state. Why I have not changed the state? Because the previous operation which I have performed is also a pop operation, and the same operation I am performing. So because same operation I am performing, so I am not changing the state. I have come to the Q1 state, so I will remain in the Q1 state only. Okay, and for popping, I have to write simply null. Okay, so second A will be popped corresponding to this B. Then we will go to the next symbol in the input, that is again a B. Okay, so I am in the state Q1 because I have not changed the state. So Q1 B from the input and A on the top of the push down store. So Q1 BA, again this situation I am getting. Okay, so the same action I have to take. I will remain in the Q1 state and I will write a null there. So meaning thereby this topmost A will get erased and my top of the push down store will come to the one position down, that is on the Z0. Is it okay? So you again see that these two transitions are doing the operation of popping up or erasing from the push down store. So first A corresponding to the first B is erased through this particular transition, and corresponding to second B and subsequent B's, the corresponding A's I will be removing through this particular transitions. Okay, and if number of A's and number of B's are equal, as this is the case, so ultimately I will reach to the push down store symbol, which is Z0. So now in what situation I am? I am in the state Q1. Okay, I am in the state Q1. And on the top of the push down store, there is again Z0. Now what I should take from the input? Because my input has fully processed it has been exhausted. So nothing remain there to be processed. So what I can take here? I can take here only the null. Only null is remain. So I will take a null move here in such a situation. So this is a situation which tells me the success. If I reach to the Z0 in state Q1, then I have reached to the success and nothing left in my input string to be taken. Okay. So in such a situation, I will move to the state QF and Z0. So what I am doing, I am maintaining the status of the push down store and I have changed to the state QF. And I assume that QF is my final state. So now what you can see, after processing of the whole string, I have reached to a final state. So that's why this input string is accepted. And this is the design corresponding to the language given if I accept the word through final state. Okay, so this is success by final state. Now one more thing is there. I can find the success not only by the final states. I can find the success through the empty store as well. If I have to do that, what I should do? So up till now, up till this point, it will be same. My transitions will be same. Only rather than this, I will be writing another transition, that is delta Q1 null Z0. So this will be the situation. So here what I will do, rather than moving to the final state, I will remain in the same state, suppose, or any state. Simply I write a null here. So when I write a null here, what I will do, I will erase this Z0 as well. So if I have erased my Z0, so my PDS is empty now. And when my PDS is empty, my machine, my push down automata will halt. But it will halt in such a situation when my input string is fully exhausted, fully processed. So after fully processing of my input string, if my PDS becomes empty, that also signals the success. It signals the success by null store. So if I have to accept my string, I have to make the design of PDA which give the success by null store. Then I will write this kind of transition. Okay, I can do one more thing. Rather than writing these two, what I can do in this situation, delta Q1 null Z0, I can find QF, and in place of Z0, I write a null here. If I do this, so I have reached to a final state as well as my PDS becomes empty. So if I write something like this, it can give me success by both, by final state as well as by null store. So now I think you can understand that accepting a string by final state or by null store or by both doesn't have much difference. All strategy of designing the PDA will be same, all transitions will be defined like the same, but whenever we reach to a situation where we have to signal the success, so if we want to signal our success by final state, we have to move to a final state. If we have to signal our success by empty store, then we have to make our store empty. We have to remove all the symbols present over the store at that time one by one up till the store is empty. So we can find any of these strategy. We can write our PDA as per any of these strategy in a very simple manner. From now onwards, I will be in all my examples, I will be accepting or I will be designing my PDA which accepts the strings by empty store or by null store. So I hope you have understood how to design how to design PDA corresponding to the simple context-free languages. Now we make a little bit change to our language. Our language a to the power n, b to the power n, n greater than equal to 1, we have designed it. And the last statement or last transition which I have written as per the empty store. So it is Q1 null. Okay. So suppose in this manner we have designed this particular PDA. Now suppose I change my language n greater than equal to 0. So when I change my language n greater than equal to 0, so all words which were in the previous language will be in this language also. And additionally, I will be having null as the part of this particular language. So whatsoever I have written, it will accept all words of the form a to the power n, b to the power n when n is greater than or equal to 1. But it will not accept null. Okay, because if I will run null here, so I will be having a situation q0. Initially, I will be in the state q0. From the input, I cannot get anything because the input is null. So I can get only the null. And initial push down stored symbol will be z0. So I will get a situation of the form delta q0 null z0 for processing this string null. Okay. So if you look, corresponding to this, I do not have any transition mentioned here. It is q0a z0, q0aa, q0ba, q1ba, q1 null z0. Corresponding to q0 null z0, there is no transition written here. So I have to add a transition corresponding to it as well. Now what transition I should add corresponding to it? Because all my words will be successful over it, but null is not present. Okay. So what I should write? In such a situation, I have to simply go to the final, I have to simply erase the push down store symbol because I am accepting all my strings through the empty store. So simply, because null is successful, so whenever I am getting null in the initial situation as well, I have to remove this. So I will remain in the same state, no matter what state is, and I will write null. So whenever I will do this, what I will do, I will erase the initial push down stored symbol. Simply my store will become empty and null will get accepted. Okay. So in this manner, I can get the null accepted. If my string is not null, it is of this form, then I will come through these steps q0 a z0, and ultimately I will push all the a's. When I have pushed all the a's, I start getting b's. I will pop the corresponding a's, and if the number of a's and number of b's are equal, I will ultimately reach to the state q1 and to a situation when on the top of the push down store there is z0 and my input string is exhausted. So I will reach to this situation, and by removing this z0, I will empty my store and I will get it accepted. If it is null, then I need not to go to the state q1. Simply in the state q0, I can directly make a move to the such a move in which I will remove the z0 and I will get my string accepted. So for n equal to 0, this change is required. Now I am giving you one exercise for home. Suppose n is greater than or equal to 2. Try to write a PDA corresponding to it. In next lecture, we will be discussing its solution as well. So it is a home exercise for you. You try to write a PDA at your own for the language a to the power n, b to the power n, where n is greater than or equal to 2. So the minimum word in this language will be double A, double B. Triple A, triple B, 4 A's, 4 B's, and so on. But single A, single B will not be a word in this language. Null will not be a word in this language. So for this language, you write a PDA, and we'll discuss its solution in the next lecture. Thank you all.